Hey everyone, it's Universal Canine Dogs here, and today we're going to start to introduce our dog to scent detection. Okay, hey everyone, so we're going to introduce Elvis to scent detection today. So the equipment that you're going to need to train your dog in scent detection, so these were made for me by a friend, something that the dog actually can physically put its snout into. Yeah, so nothing too shallow. So you could get some buckets. You need about 6 of these. So 6 buckets or 6 cardboard boxes, about this size. Yeah. This is just to teach the foundation of actually investigating things, and I'll demonstrate in a minute on that. So you're going to need some of these, or 6 buckets, but you need 6, and you'll see as the series develops, we get into some really cool, funky stuff with the scent detection. But we need these to start with. Now, I like to use a raised platform. You can work on the ground if you don't have a raised platform. The reason I use you could use a coffee table. The reason I use a raised platform is it gives the dog a focused area to start to learn what he's meant to do or she's meant to do. Yeah, so that's ideal, and I use a place bed so I can keep control of the dog and have him in one place. So ideally you would train your dog place or bed or climb, whatever you prefer as a command. You will need a downstay as we progress in the future. Not at this stage, but you will once we want the dog to start indicating that he's found a scent. We like them to lie down and sometimes bark. So you will need that. And if you have any questions about how to train that, just get in touch, Universal Canine Dogs, and we can help you out. The other thing you're going to need, small little containers like this. You can actually buy pre-made ones on Amazon or wherever you want to buy them from. Little plastic clear container with some cotton wool in, and then a lid which I will eventually drill some holes in. So you're going to need at least 6 of those to go with your containers. We're not using these today, but just letting you know what you'll need. And like I say, you can actually buy them prefabricated with holes in them on Amazon. They're not very expensive. Okay, and the last thing you're going to need, lots of kibble. Yeah, or treats, chicken, liver treats, whatever. So we're going to need those because you can train this with toys. I don't train this with a toy until much later on as a reward. If you try training with a toy now, it's chaos, and the dogs tend to get very tired very quickly because they get so driven and crazy about the toy. So ideally it's kibble. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to start to show you how we proceed. How do we get the dog to pop his nose in there? So Elvis, we go place. Good boy. So I start by taking a piece of kibble, making it clear to the dog that I'm placing it in the container, and then I will simply say, search. Good boy, wow, good boy, and break, and place, but, good boy. Again, I want to get away from this putting food in the container as quickly as possible at this stage. So I'm going to make it clear now. I'm going to put the food in and search. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Break. Let's go to place. Now you might want to spend a day or 2 getting your dog to stick its nose in and retrieve the food. Yeah, you might, maybe a day, depending on the dog, what dog you've got, what drive it's got. Elvis is a Belgian Malinois, very driven. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just start to say search and just walk towards the container. I'm looking for the dog to start sticking its nose in without the reward in there, and when he sticks his nose in, I'm going to say a marker word. I'm simply going to say yes when his nose is fully in the container, and when I say yes, you'll see he'll look at me and I'll reward him. Okay, good boy. Search. Yes, good boy. And you can see Elvis has picked it up really fast, really rapid. Okay, break. Place. Good boy. And it's pouring with rain because we're in the UK. So I'm going to repeat the process. I am now going to look for him to extend this. I'm going to let him put his nose in multiple times, and you'll see now. Search. Yes, good boy. Now remember, like with all training at the very beginning, let's make it a real, yes, good boy. You see, I'm saying the word YES when his nose is fully in there. Now he's not doing it because I've got my hand in my pocket. Yes, good boy, good boy. Yes. Now you see, now he's really offering the behavior. Fantastic, good boy. Whoops, good boy. Let me just reset that. And just be patient. Yes, good boy. Now what you're going to see me do next, yes, good boy. Well done, Elvis, good boy. I'm just going to break him. Break. Good place. Good boy. Really important, move the picture so the dog doesn't think it's just there. So I'm going to put it in the middle there. Now also what I'm going to do now, place. Come on. Good boy, flat. What I'm going to do now is, when he puts his head in the first time, I'm going to mark with the word yes, and I'm going to reward multiple times. Then I'm going to start to extend him, putting his nose in 2 or 3 times. Such. Yes, good boy. So I'll give him a nice reward for that. Now I'm going to be patient. Yes, good boy. See how he put it back in twice? Yes, good boy, good boy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Yes, good. Wow, who's a good boy, Elvis? Good boy. Yes, good. Yes, good boy. See, I'm extending it now. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Very nice. Good boy. Break. So, hopefully that's all making sense. What I'm going to add to it now is what I like to add into pretty much all of my training with dogs, is I start to do offering, which means I don't actually say the command. I actually walk towards the box and I just wait patiently for the dog to offer the behavior. This doubles your training because the dog is cognitively working out the problem. They're problem solving themselves rather than being guided to do something. You combine the two methods of search, luring, using food, but you want the dog to offer as well, and you double the speed of your training and the dog really learns how to do things. I'm going to get the dog to offer the behavior now. Okay? So I keep my hands by my side. I'm just going to be patient. I'm waiting. It is really windy here, pouring with rain, as you can probably tell from the camera. So I'm going to help him out here because he's just getting a bit confused. Elvis! Right, let's problem solve. So I'm going to break. On your place. So I'm going to problem solve because we've hit a hurdle. So this is really good for you to understand. You're going to come across problems. Okay? Place. So I'm simply going to take a step back. I'm going to put some food in the box. And without a command, I'm just going to break it. Break. Yes, good boy. Good boy. And break. Let's go to place. Okay, this time I'm going to con him. I'm not going to put food in, but he thinks I will. So if you watch, I put my hand in the food pocket. Place. I pretend. I show him an empty hand. Break. Yes, good boy, good boy, good boy. So sometimes in dog training you have to take a little step back in order to go forward. Good boy, good boy. Yes. So now I'm going to break him in a second. Okay, break. And I'm going to walk back towards. No. Yes, see, patience paid off there. I said nothing. He's been learning to do a lot of watch command recently. Yes, right, now he's offering without me saying anything. Good boy, good boy. Yes, good boy, very good, very good. Yes, good. Really good. Right, when he's doing this behaviour, it's really important we don't just give him one treat, we give him multiple treats. Good boy. Let's see if I can walk away, Frank. And walk back towards it. Yes, good boy, fantastic. So that is going to take, sorry, we're just going to get out of the rain quickly. Okay, Elvis break. So that's a fantastic first session. What I've demonstrated there is probably about 2 to 3 days of training. Remember, put food in the box first, then don't put food in the box once the dog starts to investigate without the food. When the snout goes into the box, say the marker, or if you have a clicker, you can click. I don't use them. I just say yes, and then he gets a reward. And then what you want to do is add in that offering. But you can see I'm doing this all in a very short space of time, whereas this is a 2 to 3 day process. And don't forget to move that container around. Yeah. And at this stage, I would probably go, I've got a wooden box container. I might then introduce a bucket. I might then introduce a cardboard box. So he's starting to generalize the behavior. Anyway, train hard, good luck, and watch out for episode 2.